Okay, let's unpack this. We're doing a deep dive into the Changan Eado Plus 2026, and we're focusing specifically on its biggest promise and maybe its biggest vulnerability,
Yeah,
security and safety.
exactly. This car competes hard on price, we all know that. But how does it really stack up when protection is your top priority?
That's the mission today. We're going through the source material to see what safety features are concerned, what the structure is like, and maybe most importantly.
What we don't know. And that's really about the crash test performance or the lack thereof.
So let's start with the foundation, the passive safety. On paper, it looks pretty impressive.
It does. The structure uses a lot of high-strength steel. The claim is that it makes up more than 65% of the vehicle body.
And that's a solid number for impact absorption. But does the source material give us any idea of where that steel is concentrated?
It points to the key areas you'd expect. So the passenger cell, the side impact zones, the places that ensure the cabin's integrity.
Okay, that makes sense. But then you look at the airbags, and you see a bit of a different story depending on the trim.
Well, this is where the context really starts to form. The base models, they come with 4 airbags, so just front and side. It's the minimum.
And to get the full 6, with the curtain airbags, you have to move up to the higher tier versions.
You do, and those curtain airbags are critical for head protection and a side impact.
So just to clarify, 4 airbags standard, is that really competitive for a 2026 model? Or is that the first sign of cost cutting to hit that price point?
I'd say it's the minimum you'd expect to see. A lot of competitors offer curtain airbags as standard across the whole lineup.
So the fact that you have to upgrade immediately tells you something about where the savings are coming from.
It does. They do include some standard electronic aids, though. Things like the Electronic Stability Program, ESP, and an electronic parking brake with auto hold.
And the tire pressure monitoring system? The basics.
The basics are there.
Right. But here's where it gets really interesting. The active safety package. In the high-end limited and flagship trims, the ADS list is extensive.
Oh, absolutely. We're talking Intelligent Adaptive Cruise Control, or IACC.
And that includes the stop-and-go function, right?
Yeah.
Which is a huge deal for anyone in city traffic.
A massive quality of life upgrade. And then you have the core collision stuff, like automatic emergency braking and forward collision warning.
Plus lane keep assist and blind spot detection. So it really is a comprehensive suite. On paper, it seems to match cars that are far more expensive.
It really does.
But there's one piece of tech that really stands out as a differentiator, especially in this price bracket. And that's the camera system.
That's right. It's a panoramic camera system. But what's unique here is the source highlights a 540-degree view, not 360.
540 degrees. What does that even mean?
It means it provides visibility not just around the car, but also underneath it.
Underneath it, so you can see curbs or debris.
Exactly. It's for complex maneuvering, parking. You can actively watch for things that could damage the underside of the car. That kind of feature is, well, it's almost unheard of in this class.
Okay, now we have to hit the critical question, the real tension point of this whole deep dive, the crash testing.
Because all those ADS features are great for avoiding a crash.
But the independent confirmation of passive safety is what tells you if you can survive a crash.
And this is where it gets fascinating, the ambiguity. Right now, there are no official, publicly available crash test results from any of the major international bodies.
So no Euro NCAP, no IRHS in the US, not even a CNCAP rating for this specific 2026 model.
Nothing in the global databases. The source material mentions the car is claimed to have achieved high scores in strict internal testing.
But no official star rating is documented anywhere. The reviewer's final evaluation is just satisfactory. That feels like a huge disconnect.
It absolutely is. You have this long list of advanced active features on one hand and a structural claim of 65% high-strength steel.
But zero independent numerical proof of how it holds up in a real crash. Relying on internal high scores just leaves this massive question mark for anyone who really prioritizes safety.
It forces you to choose between features and verified structure.
So what does this all mean then? The Changan Eado Plus 2026, it offers a really strong suite of active tech, especially if you get the upper trims. It seems to position itself well against the Elantra or Corolla on features alone.
It does. However, that formal, independently verified safety rating remains a very big and very important open question.
Which brings us to the final thought.
Right. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it raises an important question for you, the buyer. Given how rapidly Chinese automotive ADS technology is advancing, how much weight should you place on a long list of active safety features versus a traditional, independently verified crash test rating?
That's a serious trade-off to consider.
It is. Think about it. It's the difference between technology that helps you avoid a crash and a structure that helps you survive one. That's something you really need to weigh up.